Alright. What it is, Danny X. We here with some Morgue and at Morgue Official. And I've been rolling with Morgue for a little bit now. He makes some very good points. And he talks about a lot of the same stuff that I've been talking about, and actually talks about way more because he's obviously gotten way more in depth. But anything that I have created for my own theology, like that same thing he's been hitting on. All right, and this is one of them right here. And this was just the perfect clip because I've been going through watching all his shit. This is a perfect clip to start more again on my channel. So let's go with it.
And then, of course, God would be all things, which means God would have a feminine side.
Yes, God. Okay, the one true creator. If God, and I'm not talking about Yahweh. Yahweh's not the one true creator. If God created all things, then all things are intrinsically interwoven into the fabric of God. Therefore, we are God. Everything is God. Okay. Whereas opposed to the Abrahamic theology, they attempt to separate God from everything. Okay. They believe in a one true creator that is also separate from everything. Whereas I believe in a one true creator that is unified with everything. So there is a divergence in theology there. Followers of Abraham are a blood cult of sin worshippers, but I still love you.
If you say that God isn't female, then there is something that God isn't. And then so you are limiting your God, and then so God is no longer infinite. That's a big problem that a lot of Christians have. So think about this. God is considered to be infinite. God is considered to be everything. Well, this leaves a lot of problems. For example, I promote the idea that we are all divine. Christian.
Bars. What's up, Morgue? Bars. Apologize for the technical difficulties. I still got to get some better equipment yet still. Got over 200 videos with shitty ass equipment. That's called dedication. All right, let's roll with it, Morgue.
Christianity, of course, does not promote that narrative. They say that humans are dirty, broken, flawed, sinful creatures.
And to that point, okay, something Christians like to say is you can tell a tree by its fruit. So if humans are God's creations, yet we are full of all this flaw and sin and unworthiness, then that is the tree that we came from. And this, of course, is where Christians like to interject, but no, that was the devil. Okay, first and foremost, if you believe in the construct of Satan and the devil, you are also believing in not in monotheism, because you were trying to split the one and all into multiple parts. So that's inherently non-monotheistic. I'm a true monotheist. There is no separation within creation, okay? There is only unity.
And that they have to have forgiveness given and granted to them by God the Father through Jesus Christ the Son. But you'll notice that, of course, in Christianity, we aren't divine. But you'll notice how this is a huge logical problem and a huge logical contradiction. Because if God is infinite, that means that God is everything. If God is infinite and God is everything, that means we're all part of God. We are all pieces of God. That's what that means. And if you...
We are all co-creators within the Godhood. We are all sons of the Son. And the Son is the son of oblivion. Meaning that darkness loves the light. Light is the child of darkness, okay? They are not opposed. They absolutely need each other. They need the contrast provided by each other in order to distill creation. Within everything that people say, oh, what is it? Darkness is just the absence of light. Wherever light shines, there can be no darkness. Well, that's bullshit, because right within here, you see all this light. There's plenty of darkness in there. Even within the sun, there is darkness, because within atoms themselves are mostly emptiness. And emptiness and darkness are right there. All right, roll it, Morgue.
That we're not pieces of God, then that means that we are something that God isn't. that means we are
Whoop, whoop.
limiting God in some way. That means that God is no longer infinite because there's something that God isn't, namely us. Therefore, we have limited God. So there's so many logical problems in Christianity.
Yeah, I honestly don't see how. Well, okay, well, a bunch of murder, a whole bunch of mass murder. That's how Christians have forced their broken theology. Not just Christians, followers of Abraham. I'm just most familiar with Christians. Have forced their broken theology on the world. Sitting there trying to say this, that, and the other is the one true creator. But no name separate from any other name can be the totality. Okay? And that's exactly what they attempt to do, is separate these names from the rest of creation, like Yahweh and Jesus, trying to separate those and juxtapose them over all of creation. And then they want to sit back and talk about the sin of pride. Oh, your awareness of divinity is the only valid awareness, right? Okay, tell me again about the pride.
I could go all day long about it, but this is a particularly interesting one. Is that if God is infinite, that means that we are God, and everything is God.
And
in the beginning, God.
Sorry for talking over you, brother. And indeed, all of creation. Oh fuck, wrong one. Here we go. All of creation is an extension of the Godhood. Okay, and we are all of creation. We are all God. We are all extensions. We are all fractal extensions of the omni-consciousness.
God created the heavens and the earth, blah, blah, blah. Well, think about it. What did God create the heavens and the earth out of? It's not like there was some rocks over there in the corner of the void and some bricks and wood over there, and no. There was obviously no material. God had to create the world out of himself. That's the only way to manifest anything, is through himself. If God created something, then that would, if he didn't, that would mean that there is something that is not God. That there is something other than God, and therefore your God is no longer infinite. Your God is limited. There is something that God isn't. So Christianity.
Yeah, that is exactly what the totality of followers of Abraham, that exactly describes what they think the one true creator is, as something separate from everything else. It's fucking hilarious to me. I don't know. I just, yeah, mass murder. That makes sense. You know, mass murder. That's how they. The broken theology of it just cracks me up. I don't know. Lay it down, Morg.
It's just all a mess. If you just think about it logically, if God is infinite, if God is all things, that means we are God. And if not, you have a big problem. You can't
I just get tired of hearing myself say it all the time. You know, it's good to hear someone else say it.
logically say, how can God create something that is not part of him? Where did that other thing, how can God create something that...
Okay, the fall. I mean, let's extend this awareness. Supposed fall. There is no fall. There was no fall. There was no rebellion. Can possibly be no rebellion because any action taken is God. Okay. And trying to split God into, oh, God and the Satan, but Satan's not the true God, but he's got all this power over God. Oh, okay, but you're telling me something that has power over the one true creator isn't itself a true creator? Nigga, please, roll with it, Morg.
Is not him. If that is all that there is, you are automatically putting in even if you say how somehow it's possible, you're putting a limitation on God, because now God is no longer infinite. God is now constrained or limited in some aspect. Anyway, that's not the topic of this video, but it's an important point that I find to be very interesting, and one that people don't consider. People don't think about it. By the way, hey, if you're watching the replay, what do you think about the candles? Do you like the candles? Tell me in the comments. I'm trying to decide on...
Beautiful candles, bro. Anyway, that's a little taste of Morg right there for you. Morg Official. I've been watching the hell out of his stuff. For when I get ready to live debate followers of Abraham. You know, he's one of a handful of people I'm gathering information right now with. I mean, secondhand, of course, not like I'm working with him directly, but maybe one day I'll be able to get an interview with Morg on my channel here once he sees I'm serious about it. which will happen once I start getting some equipment and interviewing motherfuckers. Let's go with it. All right, step into Dane's world. I'm the Dark Light. Thanks for rolling with me.